Okay, do you want to do the activity? Okay. You grow up. Remember, the story is called Loser by Jerry Spinelli. You grow up with a kid, but you never really notice him. He's just there, on the street, the playground, the neighbourhood. He's part of the scenery, like the parked cars and the green plastic cans of trash day. Sorry, I'll read that again. He's part of the scenery, like the parked cars and the green plastic rubbish bins. You pass through school, first grade, second grade. There he is, going along with you. You're not friends, you're not enemies. You just cross paths now and then. Maybe at the park, the playground one day, you look up and there he is, on the other end of the seesaw. Or it's winter and you sled to the bottom of the hill and you're trudging back up and there he goes zipping down, his arms out like a swan diver, screaming his head off. And maybe it annoys you that he seems to be having even more fun than you. But it's a 1 second thought and it's over. You don't even know his name. And then one day you do. You hear someone say a name and somehow you just know that who the name belongs to is the kid. Zinkoff. I'm going to stop the reading there for a moment and I want you to start collecting your thoughts in line with the focus that you've got on your table. Write down some things that you could be doing at the end of the next reading. All eyes on me. I actually love the way you just did a very quick, what we call turn and talk. You did it on your own. You know you needed to do it. And now I've got someone asking permission, can they do it? You bet. It is one of the most strongest, powerful teaching techniques. Your year 7s, 8s and 9s, if they're not used to it, start slowly. Start small. They'll eventually get used to that ability to turn and talk and stay on focus. That's the hardest thing, getting them to stay on focus. But most definitely you may turn and talk, but I'm only going to give you a very short amount of time. Off you go again, think. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to reread that piece again because the second reading provides so much more information for you because you know what you were doing. You were just listening for the content and to put it into a place. Now, because you're such a mixed group, I couldn't choose a book that you all already knew. Now, when I do work such as this and I put out these predictions, and prediction would be one that I don't do with a known text, so that you could read a known book to them, but they can start to apply and listen just for the words. You find it hard just to listen for the words when it's an unknown story, because what you want is the story. Our brain is searching for the content area, the whole piece first. So when you're doing this, you don't do prediction again because you can't make a prediction the second time because you already know. So do it on, you can do all the rest of what you're doing on a known piece of reading. And it might be the set piece that you have in, out of your textbook. It might be like last year's, right? If they're year 9, you might pick up a year 8 reading book and read it to them again so that they're getting the strategies. So when you teach a strategy, you can't teach the content of the book and the strategy at the same time. They can only do one really successfully. So if it's the strategy you want, they shouldn't have to think about the content of the book. They should know the story or the article or the picture or the whatever. It should be known, a known piece. I'm going to read it again to you. See what else you pick up and can you add to your list. All right? And yes, you can turn and talk.